We are live, yo. This shit's recorded. Everything you say, just kidding. Welcome to the team call.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I'm just going to start it off with a little recognition. We have some new coaches to welcome to the team. Jeff Hutchin, Marie, I hope I'm saying that right, Cameron Lopez, Danielle Tingley, Alicia Salcido. Again, I hope I'm saying all this correctly. Correct me later if I'm wrong on anything. Isella Wells, welcome to the team. If you're on the call now, if you're watching it later, welcome. Elizabeth Rocha, killing it at 17 Success Club points. Can I get a woo woo? Yeah, I got the man in the back anyway. Rita Bates at 11. Yeah, girl. I'm at 9. Celine is at 6. Paige Betson at 6. Victoria at 8. Felipe, 6. Yvonne at 6. Myrna, 6. Esmeralda, 8. Jamie Lynn Coda at 6. Nikki Salas, 6. Look at all these, Success Club team. Awesome. Misty at 2. Christy at 4. Mari at 4. Ooh, and she's a brand new coach. Did I just see that?
Yes, Mari's a new coach. Yes. And she got a working coach already.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
She's all in full time, but her and her coach are like
boom, shakalaka. I like it. Sabrina 4, Trish Lito 2, Mary 2, Leslie 2, Keith 2, Sherry 2. We got some names up in here. I love it. Way to go, team. High five, everybody. Changing lives one step at a time, one day at a time. So I didn't really have like a full-on plan for this call. Misty and I just got back from a very, very amazing event. They called it a retreat. It's for a completely another team. Like, they're not related to us at all. But really, I would call it a conference because there was nothing retreaty about it. Like, we got 3 hours of sleep every night. But it was absolutely, truly amazing. And we just wanted to kind of touch on that to start this call off. I'm going to share, I snapped a picture of all the slides that we got from everybody that presented. So I'm just going to kind of like do an overview, a really quick overview of what we learned and what people touched on. They're supposed to be sharing all the actual slides soon. So once I get the actual slides, we're going to make individual videos for each presentation, and we'll share those with you guys as training videos. But I'm just going to kind of do an overview, and then we'll open it up for questions at the end. But really what we wanted to really touch on and share with you guys is the importance of these kind of events, the importance of personal development, the importance of learning and growing every single day. So I met Sarah Try because I decided, I think I was a pretty new coach. I think I started in September and this trip was in May. So I just had turned diamond. I was like, in my eyes, like when I think back, I was still a brand new baby coach. I just turned diamond and I got this email from Mike Ryan, who, if you guys don't know Mike Ryan, that's Judd Welty's upline. And he's like, this chick, Amy Silverman's doing this, retreat in Belize, and it's something about yoga, and I think you should go. It was pretty affordable, and I ended up going, and that's how I ended up meeting Sarah Try. We just sort of clicked. Okay, I'm not on her team. She's not on my team.
That all good job.
Can we all mute if we're not talking yet? I know I could do it myself, but I just don't know. Anyway, so we just clicked connected, and she has shared so much with me. I've done calls for her. She's done calls for us. And it's just, you're going to find other people in this business. They might not be your direct upline. They might not even be a coach. But there are places to get inspiration all over the place. And you guys really need to be open to learning and growing wherever you can get it and wherever you connect with and whoever you jive with. I feel very fortunate to have connected with her so much because she's really helped me grow as a coach, and it's been super awesome that she invited me and Misty to be, everybody was really invited to it. We opened it up to the team, but that she opened it up to invite us all. We're doing Smart Success with Shalene Johnson next week. Just constantly learning and growing. So it can be so much more than just reading a book for 10 minutes a day. Okay, there's podcasts. There's events, there's other teams retreat, there's Super Saturday, there's fucking Summit. If you guys aren't going to Summit, you're loony. Like, if you're serious about this business, get your fucking ass to Summit. I'm sorry to cuss, but I feel that passionate about it. You're going to be learning from top coaches. It's going to be with the team. Like, how often do you get to be like with the team, like for any length of time to learn and grow as a team? It is so super important for your business to get to this event. You know, drive if you have to, share a room if you have to, sleep on the freaking floor if you have to. There's so many ways to make it affordable, but get to these kinds of events. Summit just happens to be actually a pretty easy one because it's all planned and done for you. Really, I've been talking to Judd for a long time about getting a retreat on the books for our team. And now that we just got back from Sarah Try's retreat, I'm really more motivated to do that. So hopefully in the upcoming months, we'll have something together for you guys. But it's just so important to connect with what motivates you, to keep you going, to keep you inspired, to keep you moving forward. Misty, do you want to touch on anything before I move on?
Not really, other than that was so amazing to be surrounded by that team because they have amazing leaders. How many elite did they have? Do you remember?
Hold on, let me mute everybody except for you. Hold on, I just muted everybody. Now I need to find you.
I'll unmute myself.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I don't remember how many, elite coaches they have on their team and how many top 10s. Carly DeCarlo, Brittany Powers.
2 top 10, and there was 5 of them that were in the elite.
Yeah, so just being surrounded by that many people that have created a successful business out of this was just really empowering. And especially because they were younger, I really related to all of them. And so that was a big motivation for me to just be surrounded by that and empowered and go. I can do it too. If they can do it, why not me, right?
Seriously though, like, we're talking about girls, they're like freaking, 22, 23, 24 that are just killing it in their business. They're making $8,000 a week. They are changing people's lives. Like, they have some of them had PCOS, some of them had endometriosis, and they're taking these like hardships and turning them into a huge business. And it's all about just sharing their journey and being open and raw. And one of the big themes about the whole weekend was to be super, super organized and the other theme was believe in yourself and don't hold back because you are amazing and you got this and you can do this too. Okay. These were amazing coaches, but there was nothing special about them. There was nothing about them that can't do what each one of you can do too. Okay, they were all just sharing their journey. They just refused to give up, and they, had sleepless nights sometimes, and they did things that they don't want to do, and they talked to that extra 3 people that they maybe were too tired to talk to. They just did the shit that we sometimes aren't willing to do sometimes. They went that extra mile. If I cut you off, Misty, I'm sorry. I do that to you sometimes. Do you have more? I get so excited. Okay. Okay, so really this is super unorganized. This is screenshots from my phone. Okay, so once I get the actual slides, like I said, me and Misty are going to make actual videos for you guys, like a training video. So this is just kind of an overview to get you into the mindset of what these top coaches do. Now, like Misty said, we're talking about we heard from the two, Carly DeCarlo, who was top 10 last year, and Brittany Powers, who's top 10 this year, and then Alexa, who's number 30, freaking Lauren Kalinsky, who all those girls are under. So anyways, they're good stuff. They're good slides. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Can you all see that? I know it's not going to be the most beautiful picture. If you guys are on your phones, I apologize. So this is all from Carly DeCarlo. She is explaining the importance of organization and email systems. So what every coach spoke of was having a system. They all have a systematic way of dealing with every part of their business. So hers was, she gets everybody on email. She gets you from Facebook, she gets you from Instagram, she gets you from Snapchat, whatever social media platform she's getting you from, she gets you to her Gmail. And she loves Gmail because, I'm learning that Google Drive. Google is amazing. That's where your forms are. You can have the Google Calendar. It all syncs with your phone. It syncs with your laptop. You have it in the palm of your hands at any given moment. So she does this awesome thing. Let me see what she talks about first before I get ahead of her slides. Okay, so do you find yourself answering the same questions over and over? I know I freaking do. If you guys are talking to that many people, you freaking do too, hopefully. Okay, so first slow down and observe what you're doing continuously. So this is gonna take some time. This isn't gonna be easy for you to do like right out the gate. You're gonna have to go through, look at some of your older messages and see like what you're repeating all the time. I know like I have a script in my head that I don't even have to like think about it. My fingers just like type it for me. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna probably use. So just think about what the 5 most frequently asked questions you get, and then write those answers into a draft of your email. Oh my God, right? My mind was blown with this kind of. And then you go and you copy and you paste it. Like this is not being lazy, this is being smart. So the same questions you're getting are your same answers, right? Like, especially in the beginning of conversations, you're getting to know somebody, you're telling them what you do, vice versa. So take note and write these down. Work smarter, not harder. Enrolling via draft. So this is about getting people into a challenge group. So note, this is after your initial form. So you've already formed them, right? You've already asked them about their family, their occupation, their recreation, their mission or their message. Address their goals, explain your journey and how it connects to theirs, and again, I'm going to get these slides for you guys and share them all. I'm trying to get through a lot, so I'm not going to like read every little line. But address why you love the programs, address why they would be amazing for the person in question. Address the who, what, where, when, and why of your challenge group. Okay, in these questions, in these drafts that you're pre-writing to copy and paste. Make sure you're always ending your question so it prompts a response. So you're always ending with a question. You're always asking them something more, so they're always going to write you back, right? If they're always writing you back, then you have the opportunity to write them back. She says here, don't word vomit. I like that. I think I used to say, don't puke beach body. That's what I've told my coaches a few times. So price and program, always start with addressing their previous email. So you've already sent them the who, what, where, when, and why of the program. And then you're going through and you're checking in with them again. I'm so glad the cleaning part of the challenge is what, spoke most to you, because you're asking them what's so exciting about what was not exciting, what was so interesting about the challenge that you are advertising for. Whatever. This is just like, she goes through the whole conversation that she has, which we don't really have time for at this moment. And then draft 3 is sending the enrollment. So you're excited. You're always ending with a question. You're asking for a response. When did they complete it? She says, check the mobile app for reminders. So if you guys are using the coachmobile.teambeachbody.com, that's what she's talking about there. So those are 3 things she has in a draft already ready to go. And of course you're going to customize it to whoever you're talking to, right? You're going to not just like copy and paste, just like you wouldn't copy and paste a script I wrote. You're going to go through and make it addressed to them, addressed to the person that you're talking to. But if you have these things in drafts ready to go, you're talking the initial conversation starter in a draft, the price and program. Like I pretty much sell 21-day fix. I start most people on the 21-day fix. So I pretty much have that price and program script down that I could write and save into a draft. And then your final sending them the enrollment and how excited you are to work with them. After the enrollment, she sends a welcome email. This is something that I don't do. I don't know if you guys do, but explain how to connect with her on Facebook. So she does a lot of stuff on Instagram, obviously. I'm usually connected with people on Facebook the majority of the time already. And she always explains that Shakeology is monthly and the challenge group guidelines. Again, these are all in drafts. So she just copies and pastes this stuff. It saves so much time. Organization equals sanity equals momentum, right? Like how burnt out do you get sometimes just like talking to 3 or 4 people? Remember to look at what you're already doing. Create drafts for all of your frequently asked questions. Seamless emails equals seamless enrollments. So go back and look at the messages that you got a yes to. Okay, go back to go see what challengers are in your challenge group now. Go back and read those messages that you had with them and see what works. See what questions you ask them, see how you explain the program, see how you explain the challenge group. That's the start of your drafts. And here she has a example of the draft. So she just has it in the draft file over here, right? You just start a message, but you obviously don't send it. And she puts the subject in the subject, and then she goes and finds them when she needs them. Freaking genius, right? I mean, why have I not been doing this? WTF, witty titty, get it together. Time saver, total time saver. Okay, moving on. I know I'm talking fast. Let's just stop this for 1 second. Everybody still with me? Kinda? Any questions on that so far? No. Okay. And again, maybe we'll even get Carly on a call so she can go over that for us with her slides or something like that. But we will break that down into a video where I'm not talking 100 miles per hour. Okay, next we have Alexa. And if you guys watched my coach highlight, spotlight. If you watch my spotlight, I was like very adamant about the follow-up system because you guys, I went 2 years into this business with a follow-up system that was just not working. I had notebooks upon notebooks. Like I still don't have it all together. When I finally got it all into an Excel spreadsheet, whoa, how did that yellow thing happen? When I finally got into an Excel spreadsheet, it saved my sanity. So a follow-up system is so important. Whatever works for you, make it work. I personally am switching everything to Google. But I worked on a regular Excel spreadsheet to start with. So whatever works for you. But I promise if you're a pen to paper person like I am, get it on the freaking computer because you're going to go through 1,000 of these in your coach life. So you don't want names all over 1,000 pieces of paper. So creating your follow-up system. Let's see if I remember what Alexa had to say. No follow-up, no business. That is the truth. The truth is in the follow-up. There's a slide I'm going to show you in a little bit that's all about how many, the percentage of people that buy the first time you talk to them, which is nothing. It's 1% versus how many people buy the 15th time you talk to them. Okay. No follow-up, no business. If you aren't working from a list, you are missing the boat. Amen. Most people do not commit the first time. Don't leave business on the table. 3 to 4 times or more follow-ups than anything. Invites, new combos, etc. I don't really know what she meant there. Have a system, templates. So canned responses are just like the drafts I just showed you. It's just an even quicker way, and just Google it. Google canned responses. And that's something where you are in your message writing and you right click and your canned responses will just pop up. So it's very similar to drafts. It just actually saves you 1 step from copying and pasting from your drafts. Find what works for you. Again, we're just offering you some nuggets. Take what works and leave the rest. Have a system, templates, canned responses, aka drafts, and contact lists. Get over the fear of bugging people. You guys, this is so huge. If you think you're bugging people, you're in the wrong freaking business. Somebody liked your post or commented on your post because they need help. We are free health coaches, and that is the bottom line. We need to help these people. You are not bugging them by following up. You are following up with somebody that showed interest in your challenge group. Maybe it was the wrong time for them, but you're not bugging them by following up and showing that you care. Maybe you need to check yourself in while you're doing this if you feel like you're bugging people, okay? If you want to grow your business, if you want to consistently hit Success Club and you want your team to grow, you have to follow up. Here's the thing I was talking about. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of small. I wonder if I can make it bigger. No, I just made it smaller. Come on, little buddy. So I'll just go over it really quick if you guys can't see it. Sales statistics. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Okay, so there's Beachbody coaches out there, you guys, that other people have showed interest in their challenge group and whatnot, and they followed up once, twice, maybe not again after that, maybe 3 times, and they're out there and they still need help. So then maybe they found you. So maybe you don't give up on them and you follow up another 3 times and then they're ready. Okay, 2% of sales are made on the first contact, 3% on the second, 5% on the third. Do you hear those small percentages, you guys? You've got to follow up more than once. I have people I've been following up with for 2 years that are finally signing up, okay? Just do not give up on people. 10% are made on the 4th, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. The 5th to the 12th follow-up, you guys. Keep following up. Do not give up on people. Do not give up on yourself. Okay, this business takes time to grow, and you just have to, like, you know, put in the effort.
Can I add something?
Yeah, please. Please go. Let me take a breath.
That's another reason the whole contact list and putting it on electronic version of some sort, whether it's Excel or docs or whatever. And so that when you're doing your follow-up, you can update it with the last time you followed up and then sort that contact list with the next date that you need to sign or to follow up with them, you know? So if they talk to you and they're like, I'm not ready for a month, I don't have it into my budget, but follow up with me next month, you can put that date in there. And then when you get to that date, you're going to sort it and you're going to have everything that you need to do that day. And it's just going to be easy, targeted. This is my to-do list, and then move on. So.
Right. Thank you. Like, see this contact list that's on the screen right now? Look at how simple this is. Do not overcomplicate this, you guys. Here's their name. Here's their email. Now, on mine, I have email, or I have whether I talk to them on my Facebook Messenger or my like page Messenger. So I haven't been so good yet about getting everybody to my email, something I'm working on. So just so you know, here you'll want to put however you talk to them last if you're not all on email. Then you just have the date you're supposed to follow up with them. And that's what Missy was just talking about. When you put up the follow-up date, you just sort here by clicking that follow-up at the top, and that date will pop up, and those are the people you're supposed to follow up with. Now, Alexa is a freaking rock star, and look what she did. She even went the second step, and all of these things that she has right here are all of her drafts or her canned responses. So she has a follow-up 1, what she says for follow-up 1, what she says for follow-up 2. Those are all saved in her email. So when she does follow up, she already knows that she did follow-up 2 with this person, follow-up 1 with this person, and she needs to copy and paste follow-up 2 and send it to this person on this date. I mean, oh my God, it takes so much work to get this in place. But once you have that in place, how easy is that? I mean, oh my God, can I just please get organized? This is my mission.
And the one thing that I like how she does that, she's already telling herself where their conversation is at and what her next step is. Because a lot of times I found that I'm like, scrambling to find the conversation, and I kind of have to read through it and remind myself of what's going on. But this way, she's telling herself, this is what you're supposed to follow up with. Read their last message, reply, and relate to what they just told you. Acknowledge what they just told you, and then continue on with that copy and paste
draft.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and obviously, you guys, like I said when I was talking about the last slides, if it's Monday, ask how their weekend was. If you saw on Facebook that they just popped out a child, ask how their baby is. Like, make it, add a little bit of personalness to it. Don't just copy and paste and run. Like, make it a little bit personal. And that's what we basically just talked about. Keep it simple. Their name, their email or their Facebook, the follow-up date, and what are you following up with? And she gives some examples right here. Are you stealing my child?
Yeah.
Okay. Follow-up system. So follow up 3 to 4 times depending on the conversation. And like we just went over on that graph, maybe 5 to, 12 times. Set a follow-up date as soon as you invite them to the group or to join the team, and get them on your list. This is why it's really important to have a system that works on your phone and works on your laptop, so you can always be updating your follow-up list. Every day of the week, depending on when you do your follow-ups, sort your lists by the follow-up date. We went over this already. She's just writing it all out for us. And then she goes into the Google Drive thing, similar in Excel. Okay, we just
sorting it.
Yeah, okay, sorting it. And then we'll try to get these slides really quickly for you guys. Follow-up examples. These are awesome. These are the slides you guys are going to really want. Maybe I'll even just share these pictures in the group. I don't know. But these are exact examples of what she writes in her follow-ups. So just to give you guys a quick example, hey lady, how's your week been going? I just wanted to follow up with you and see if you have thought more about getting started on your health and fitness goals. From your first email, it sounded like you were ready to make a change and finally get going on those goals. And I would love to help you out. Are you ready to get started? Let me know, and I hope to hear from you soon. So like I get messages from my coaches all the time, like, I don't know what to say. You guys, these are just people, just talk to them. They came to you because they need help. So just reach out and see if they're ready for your help. And that's really all you're doing with a follow-up, okay? Don't overthink it. Talk to these people. Like think about you when you first started. You know, what did you want to hear? You just wanted somebody to listen, right? And care and help you. So then she goes into her examples of follow-ups 1 and follow-up 2. And thanks, babe. And I will somehow get these into our team page. Follow-up 4, and then she goes into the follow-up 4. Fear of following up. So this is what we touched about on the second, and I think this is really important to just say. You are not bugging people. You are helping people. So get that out of your head. And somebody said this at the event. I don't think it was even during this exact presentation, but it's like, have you guys ever regretted becoming a coach? I'm just going to stop this for a second. Like, have you regretted becoming a coach? Any of you? No, right? Like, has your life gotten, if anything, better from becoming a coach? Like, you're inviting them to this. You're inviting them to better their lives. You're inviting them to the awesomeness of Shakeology. You're inviting them to the awesomeness of our programs. You are not bugging people. You're inviting them to something that is so badass that could literally change their lives. Not only theirs, but their families, their futures, financially, health-wise, and all of that. You are not bugging people. I'm not looking at the chat box, so I need to, because I just saw 10 messages that I haven't read, but I'm going to keep going because I don't want to keep you guys all night.
I'm handling that. Okay,
I love you. God, we're such a good team. Missy, do you have anything to say on this?
Nope.
Okay. And then you're going to see some pictures. Hold on, I got to get back to the slides. So then I taught PIO. What I teach size. Recruiting and mindset. Josh, I'll do my call for you guys later. Oh, Brittany Powers. This is what we want. I'm not ready to do Alexa's yet. So Brittany Powers, let's get a quick, sorry to do this to you guys again. Who's on Instagram? Who totally digs it? Okay, this is good shit then. So Brittany Powers, when she first started this business, she was really shy. Well, she's still really shy, but she was very personal about her Instagram. She would not make it public because her kids were on there and all this stuff. I know a lot of coaches go through that in the beginning or sometimes stay that way. So she created a different Instagram she was just going to use for her business. She started with, I don't know, not a couple hundred followers, okay? And then she grew to 1,000 when she started the business. And then she started doing shout outs for shout outs. And I'm not talking about paid shout outs for shout outs. This shit is free. She now has, it was 40,000 when I checked a little while ago, but let me give you an updated number. By the way, if you guys want to follow her, Misty, will you put it in the chat? It's fitmom_fitbrit, and there's 2 T's in Brit. She now has 80.8 thousand followers on Instagram by using this freaking method right here. Okay.
Did you say fitmom_fitbrit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Brit has 2 T's.
Got it.
When I stop my share, I'll double check and make sure it's spelled correctly. But anyways, so find accounts similar to yours that have the same amount of followers or less, okay? And then blow up their newsfeed. So like all their shit, comment on their shit, direct message them, and just ask them questions. Say, hey, I really like your page. You're so inspiring. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Compliment the page, talk about something specific you love about them. So I follow so many French Bulldog pages. It's not even funny. I follow a ton of yoga people. I have I don't know why, but I have more followers, NPC followers, which I don't understand, but whatever. So mention something about their page that you love. Maybe they have some awesome recipes that you want to try, whatever you're into. And then ask them, after you've already blown up their page and started some sort, like, you don't have to necessarily form them, but you want to start a conversation. You don't want to just be like, hey, let's do a shout out for shout out. Okay. Like, compliment them. Compliments go a long way. Ask if they'd ever consider doing an S for S, which is shout out for shout out. We could both get some new followers, and I'd love to share your story. So Brittany does an amazing thing where she finds other people that aren't Beachbody coaches with similar success stories. So she finds people with amazing transformations, right? Amazing before and afters. And she asks them if they want to be featured on her page, and then they'll feature her on their page. The opportunity, and you talk to them about this is all in your direct message, could possibly lead into a coaching convo, because people are like, oh, well, what do you do exactly, right? Because if you're asking them to do this, they're obviously checking your page out. And then you say it'll get more eyes on your story, and you get real followers that way, because it's people probably similar to you. If you're interested in this page, that's probably close to your niche. Yeah. So how to do the S for S. So this is something that you might want to take this to email or Facebook or something. I get really lost in the direct message on Instagram, but obviously everybody's different. So do whatever works for you. But basically you exchange stories, you exchange pictures. She does a lot of before and afters, but you could do food or, whatever your Instagram is about. Hopefully you have 5 things that your Instagram is really about. Exchange numbers, and then she says, have your story dialed in and tweak it based on the audience you'll be in front of. Okay, so that's kind of like a no-brainer. Obviously, go to their page, see what their page is all about, and then, tweak your story a little bit. But you're this is something that could be in your draft, right? Your story is not going to change that much. It's your freaking story. Decide with the other person, and this is what I loved, because I was like, I don't really want a bunch of other people on my freaking Instagram. That was really bugging me. So I decided I'm reading, sorry. So I was really excited to see her post this part. So she says, decide with the other person if you're going to leave it on for 24 hours or if you're going to leave it on for a lifetime. Personally, me, I would never leave it on for a lifetime unless you were one of my coaches and I was really trying to promote your page, But I like the whole 24 hours thing. And she's so big now. She says she does shout outs for 3 to 4 hours. So how cool. Pros and cons of each. I honestly don't really remember what she said about that. Missy, do you remember the pros and cons of each? For me, I just don't want somebody's shit on my page forever. So that's a pro. I don't know. Sorry, guys. We'll get the slides and try to make more training on it for you. But yeah, how are we doing? Everybody still here? Am I just talking your ear off and you guys want to die? Oh, good notes. Okay, Elizabeth's with me. I'm going to keep going. I usually try to keep my calls at 30 minutes, but I know you're used to Judd, so that usually goes an hour. So I'm just going to keep talking because Lauren's stuff is next, and it's pretty good. It's all about the Facebook like page. How many of you have the Facebook like page? Or business page, whatever you want to call it. Okay, good. If you do not have one yet, seriously get one. It takes a while to build your following on there, so just get over the name, pick a freaking name. It could be your name, fitness, or just your name. Look at all the top 10. The top 10, they all use their regular, perfectly good name for their like pages. So if you're stressed on a name, which I know a lot of us get that way, just pick one and go. So here we go. Oh, was there any questions on the shout out for shout out before I move on? Cool. Okay. Brand your page. So I really need to work on my cover photo. What are the 5 things that your page is all about? You should kind of touch on those in your cover photo. And she gives a really good example. Shit, I got bad pictures of these. But you guys could find this on your own on Facebook, right? So this is Lauren Kiliski. Misty, if you want to type that in the chat, that would be amazing. Check out her page. And then Alexis Lukenbach. I'm probably saying that wrong too, but hers is really, really good. She just updated her, so she has her picture of her getting married. She's got like an awesome size picture where her hair is flying. She gives a brief description of what she does and what you're going to find on her page. And then on it, it says, click here. And you click on the picture and it has like a brief blurb of her story in the description. So I really need to update that. So it's like, this is what I do, da, 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 da. Again, go to their pages, explore them, and see what they do, and, get some takeaways and create your own. So you want to maximize your organic reach. So this is all about, so I don't know if you guys know, you can boost your posts and you can run Facebook ads by paying money. This is a way to get more eyeballs on your shit without spending a dime. Woo, woo! Hell yeah, right? So maximize your organic reach. Share your content to your personal page on occasion. So you don't want to do this for every single post. But if you really want somebody to see this, then that's when you should be doing that. Like if you're posting about the business opportunity, or if you're posting about the challenge group, maybe that's when you share it to your personal page. Maybe it's just like a really awesome, like I get to do this because I'm a coach. Maybe it's one of those kind of posts. Share that to your page. So on occasion, do that, and that will help your organic reach. You're going to get way more likes. This is what's really hard for me right now. We touched on this at the beginning of the call. This is what's really hard for me because like if I post on my regular page, like I'm like, yeah, that was a great post. I just got a shit ton of likes and comments on that. I posted on my like page and sometimes I get crickets. And you know what? Maybe it was the time of day that I posted it. Maybe it was the day of the week that I posted it. So if you truly think it's a good post, delete it and repost it at a different time of day and see what happens. Or share it to your regular page and get some more eyeballs on it. So that's one way to increase your growth. And you'll see the organic reach. It's like right underneath your picture. You can't tell on this slide, but you can see it on your Facebook. How many people saw it? It says organic reach or reach right underneath the picture. Maximizing your reach continued. Share your content into groups. Okay. So hopefully you guys are utilizing the groups on Facebook to find more people. Like I said, I'm in like a French Bulldog group. I'm in a yoga group. I'm in some like Bakersfield something, like Kern County Gets Strong or some shit. I don't know. But anyways, post your pictures from your like page in those groups if and only if it makes sense. Okay. I'm not going to go and post, my recipe in my French Bulldog group, right? Okay, but I might post my French Bulldog picture that's being super cute and down dog on the French Bulldog group. Okay, so that's another way to increase the eyeballs on your page. Share viral content. So Chalene Johnson, if you guys have done any of her training, Chalene Johnson does a shit ton of this. Find a video, or it's usually video, that's already going, Facebook berserk or viral, and share that on your like page. That will get you more likes. For a while, Chalene was teaching that you just do any video that's going viral. I don't agree with that. I think it should still make sense to your brand. You should share things that you would actually want to try, that you would actually use, that you would actually do. You want to be still providing value to your audience. Okay. So I wouldn't just, if it's something that's kind of funny, if you do like Funny Friday or something, that would make sense. But if it really doesn't make sense to your brand, I would really, recommend finding viral content, and it's out there because there's a shit ton of it that makes sense for your page. Results from a post that took me seconds to share. Oh yeah, so she goes into this whole thing like, if you're not sharing, you're effing retarded. She probably didn't say effing because I'm the only one that says that like a freaking drunk sailor all the time. But she talks about how she shared this. She didn't do any work, right? She didn't have to create this post. She just said, hey, if you're not feeling well, try this, natural remedy. And it got her 31 likes on her like page, where she talks about this one where it's like 13 likes on a normal post that she did. Okay, so use other people's work to your advantage, right? Save some time. And then this is actually a fairly new feature, and I feel like I talked about it on a call a little while back, but we're going to talk about it again. When people like your post, they don't necessarily like your page. So every time you post something, click on the likers. By the way, you have to do this on a laptop. This does not work on your phone. On your phone, it's going to ask you if you want to be their friend. That's not what we're trying to do here. So it has to be on your laptop. That being said, go to the post. So it would be these people right here that liked it. You clicked on all the people that liked it. And then over here, it'll either say whether they liked it already, whether you invited them already, or it'll ask you to invite. So you go through all of the people that liked your post and invite them to like your page. Yay. Consistency and commitment is key. Stick with it. Takes 3 to 6 months to see real results from your actions. And then these people are really like badass Facebook gurus. Amy Porterfield, I've watched lots of Facebook videos from her. And Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah, he's going to be at Summit.
So yeah, so again, just like everything else, educate yourself, see what works best for you. And Facebook's always changing, so that's why following these kinds of people are really important, because they usually have the updates for you. Any questions on that? I think that was the end. Yeah. Good. That's pretty much almost the end, because Sarah just did like this motivational, like, you are worthy and you are worth it and believe in yourself. And like everybody was crying and, you know, whatever. I got up there, said a bunch of cuss words, and maybe I'll do that call for you guys later. It was pretty hilarious. But other than that, it was, you know, we had some other stuff about Instagram, but I'm going to have to get those slides. I apparently didn't take pictures of those. Any questions? Anything you guys want me to go back over? I know I talk like the friggin' micro mini machine guy that used to do those commercials. Everybody's good. 25 messages. Do I need to see anything about this?
Nope.
Okay. Let's take a picture. Hold on, everybody get pretty. Do your hair. Flip it. You know you want to. I fucking love you guys. Okay. My computer is always slow about this, so let's see if it does it this time. 1, 2, 3. I think it did it, but I think I was closing my eyes. One more. Cheese. Okay, I took like 7. Okay, everybody's good? Okay.
One tip I just want to share. So after you get off a team call, good Facebook posts are sharing something about the team, being inspired by all your teammates and not doing this business by yourself. Whatever you took from this call, share that on social media, because some people really grasp on to that team environment. So get out there and share.
Love it. Oh God, yeah.